guys, and welcome to my review of Haikyuu chapter 254, Oddballs, Demons, Evil Spirits of Rivers and Mountains. An interesting title. I like this chapter. Again, I always like Haikyuu, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I made a lot of oh my god faces and what? When I read this, because, yeah, I was kind of surprised by the turn that it took and just the information that we got. Because let's start with the twins. The twins don't have the best relationship, it turns out, which I found pretty interesting because usually when you have twins, the traditional route to go down is the the Ouran High School Host Club twins thing. Because that's like twins who are in sync and they like love each other in this brotherly kind of weird way, and they know what each other think, and the commentators talk about that a lot, like that non-verbal communication they probably have going on, like that twin connection. It turns out not really to be the case, because Osamu, is probably not really a big fan of his brother. Cause he steals his stuff, he's kind of tardy, and he lies a lot, like apparently just not really, like he's not necessarily like a bad person, but he definitely has like really bad traits that should probably be fixed, like again, lying about having eaten food when you're still eating the food. I do that, but for fun. Stealing people's stuff, not giving it back. Just generally being annoying, especially if you have to live with this your whole life. That's like, but again, he's probably gotten used to it. But I like that they don't seem to be like, connected at the hip kind of twins. But what they have in common is the volleyball. The way that Osamu is like, yeah, I'm not really a big fan of my brother. And we don't really get that much along, and I don't really like him, but I know that when he sets the ball, it will come to me. Because it's very, very much how Hinata and Kageyama started. Like, obviously now they're great friends. I said this before, they're definitely best friends. There's no two ways about that. But these two have their brotherly connection. They don't really like each other that much, and then they have volleyball in common. And they are probably aware that them being brothers and always having played together and knowing each other plays to their advantage. Also, the oddball quick that they did seems not to have been a thing they have practiced forever. I thought that was something that maybe they had actually invented, but no, they actually did steal it from Kageyama and Hinata, which of course also makes a lot of sense. And they're also not as good as Kageyama and Hinata. Like, Ukai says that Kageyama and Hinata's strength is that they can use this quick, like, in any situation. So it doesn't matter where Hinata and Kageyama are positioned in the court and whatever's going on. As long as Kageyama can get his hands on the ball and Hinata can run up to the net or whatever, they can do the quick. The twins are a little different in the fact that they haven't been practicing, probably not as much, and the first quick they did was not really made from a difficult angle. The second one they did was, so they still have that like psychic twin connection or whatever, or Mia's just like a hella good setter, which he probably is, but they're probably not as good as Hinata and Kageyama when it comes to the quick. But what I also gathered from this is that Mia is definitely one of the more analytical types of players. Like, the reason that he can do this is because he studied Kageyama. And he said that as well. That Kageyama, when he's like in a tough spot and when the conditions are like this, he'll definitely set to Hinata, which Kageyama then does by the end of the chapter, and Hinata is then shut down because Mia told the rest of the team that the next toss will go to Hinata. Which I then find super interesting because there's this one panel of Suki where he, just before Mia gets all analytical, you have Suki just kind of looking at him, and people don't have panels like the one Suki had, if it doesn't mean anything, which means that Suki probably has either a plan or he's figured him out or something like that. Like, he's definitely thinking, like, the cogs are turning. So while I did not expect for Suki to have, like, a significant role in this match, because I always figured that his, like, the significant he'll have will wait until we get to the Nekoma match, or a match with really tall players, I don't know. I just didn't think it would be this match, because we talked about before it's gonna be Tanaka's match. It seems that he'll definitely do something, and it makes sense, like, you have all the teamwork going on, but just like in this chapter, like, you have Daichi saving them kind of over and over again, but that doesn't mean the focus is on him, like, he just does what he always does. And for Tsuki, it's very much like, half the time he's kind of just there doing his thing, and then the other half he has, like, a great plan. Or at least that's how it goes lately, so, yeah, I'm interested in seeing what Suki is thinking, because he usually, when he opens his mouth and contributes to, like, team strategy, he usually has, like, the best thing. I think Suki is definitely one of the players who could help transform Karasuno into a more Seijo-like team. You know how Seijo, in their timeouts, they don't always have the coaches there telling them what to do, like, they discuss amongst themselves. I'd like to see Suki kind of trying to turn the team into that, so that it's not only Ukai thinking about what they should do next and giving advice, but that you have Suki and maybe Kageyama or Daichi, if we get that far in life, and Chikara, I guess, who will, like, they'll discuss amongst themselves what to do, rather than just, because they have the feel of the court, like, they may see things that Ukai won't, and again, Ukai will probably be there to give them advice, but because he also can see things that they can't. But I'd like for Karasuno to be more independent, because they are very dependent of their coach at the moment, which again, it's not a bad thing, but they could save timeouts if they knew how to deal with things themselves. And I think Suki could help do that. He just needs to open up a bit, because he is a bit not antisocial or just introverted. Well, he is introverted, but he's just doesn't like to talk, very shy. Because he doesn't feel like he has stuff to contribute. He doesn't feel like his opinion matters, when really he has, like, some of the most intricate thoughts. So yeah. But I like the turn of events with how Hinata and Kageyama definitely feel pressured with their quick in a different way that they have before. We talked about this, I think, as well. Like, how before it was always how to use it, and when people got accustomed to it. But now it's more, okay, shit, they can do it. Now our move isn't that unique anymore. So next chapter, I feel like they definitely need to come back with, like, a quick, that goes through, like, quick, that the twins won't be able to copy, because it's a quick that's like where Hinata comes from, like, a crazy angle, and Kageyama is, like, in the far corner of the court or something and tosses it. I feel like having them do that, and then the twins not being able to, like, touch it or just copy it, I think that'd be really good for their self-esteem at the moment. Maybe we'll have to wait 2 chapters for that to happen, but yeah. Last thing I want to talk about is Asahi, obviously, because he had like a few panels here. He talked to Ukai about his serve, about how it's going really well in practice, but in actual matches he tends to use too much power, so it goes out of balance. We've actually seen this quite a bit. And Ukai gives him actually a swimmer's technique, which I completely forgot was a thing, but when he said, I was like, oh my god, I used to do that before every single competition, where you, like, tense your entire body up and then you just kind of relax, because it relieves tension from the body, and it makes you, for swimmers it makes you less stiff, and it makes you, like, more ready for the beginning of the match, or the beginning of the race, I guess. And for here, it allows Asahi to not have as much power pent up, because he, like, clenches, and then he just kind of lets that power go, and he's able to control the power outlet. But once he has more of the control that Oikawa has, he'll probably be able to use that excess power to do some really solid serves. Like, it'd be really cool if he could do Oikawa's crazy spike serve. That is just, like, you know, super crazy. I'd like for Asahi to do that before they graduate. I think that'd be really cool. Because Asahi definitely has the power to do that. I think he's also just generally stronger than Oikawa, so if he could like do the same thing, I think his serves could be really powerful. But yeah, I think that's basically it. I think I covered everything I wanted to. So yeah, if you like anything that I had to say, you can leave a thumbs up. Leave in the comments below what you thought of the chapter, and you can subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, bye!